delicious.
I know there's a tight-knit Asian American Pacific Islander community here in the International District. How does it compare in your experience from where you grew up to being here now?
Oh, yeah, it's very interesting. And the Asian community is very diverse. But then somehow you found that very much like the LinkedIn, everyone is connected, everyone is linked. So, you know someone and say, oh, by the way, I know your son's friend's friend, it's sort of connected, We have all the family associations here, and they have the same last name, all the members have the same last name, and they all know how to connect it with different segments of the community. But where I was raised, Hong Kong is a very big city. So it's 6 million, 7 to maybe 8 million people there. So there is a very little chance you know someone that really know your cousins, not in the remote chance. But here, a very good chance that you know this person and you also know their aunts or uncles.
Are there any traditions that you have in this day in your family that have been passed down to you that you still continue even though you're in the United States now?
Traditions?
Traditions or festivals or cultural events or things that are super important to your heart. I mean, is there things that come out when I say that? Is there anything that triggers your mind? Because obviously you live here now, which is different than Hong Kong, but I guess what did you bring with you from Hong Kong or even when you were born in China?
Well, this closeness in families. Families are always families, no matter they have maybe done some things that you're not you don't agree with. But because family is family, you always stick together. So I have a sibling that I have not been very successful in his life, but because we are families, I try very much to help him and think of him in a positive way. So that's one thing. But we also, respect the elderlies. So up to this day, I still don't have the guts to tell my mother, you're wrong, But my sons, American born, they come to me and say, Mom, you're wrong. You make a mistake. So I clearly see that's not only the general generation difference, but the cultural differences. Yeah, in us.
I think to build on that, do you see, I guess here in America you see a lot of people with their parents or grandparents, they get older, you put them in a nursing home. Whereas I think the Asian community more like, come live in the house and we use you for wisdom and give us advice.
Exactly.
Do you see
Until
that a lot?
We really cannot do that anymore because I still see a lot of people, they live together. For instance, one of my sons still live with us. And I would like him to, because the economy is tough, and really it saves a lot of money if he lives with us. And now, Americans are very good at saying, you live here, you pay for your food, you pay for your rent, and you still get a good deal, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that to my son, because they're my children. They're my flesh and blood. So if I can afford it, I would not want him to pay any rent or food, or strictly like a friend, you go Dutch for dinner. I would hate myself to do that. So I know it sounds ridiculous to a lot of Americans. You let your son live free with you? Yes. I'd rather do that.
No, I think a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people in the Asian Pacific Islander community feel that way.
Yeah, I think I feel better if he doesn't pay his share.
How about, I know food is a very central thing in terms of families and traditions and cooking and preparing meals. Is there a favorite food you have or a favorite thing that you look forward to at this time of year or at this celebration or anything?
Oh, yeah, when you have cultural festival like Lunar New Year, you always have certain foods. And then we have the Dragon Boat Festival, which is like this week. So you have the sticky rice, you have it in the dim sum restaurant, but they have a different way of cooking. We call it zhong. You wrap around the sticky rice with different kinds of ingredients. We have that. And then, food is a big part of our life. we literally, we have this meal and then we already think about the next meal, the good meal next week or the next week. We just have a very good taste and good food, So like me, I always write a lot of articles about food because that's just part of my upbringing. Because when I was young in Hong Kong, we are very poor. But the interesting thing is we always have good food on our tables. That's just our culture, We might not dress very well, and that's not our priority with clothes, but food is our priority.
I guess last question for you, or if anything else comes to mind, or is there anything that you would say to, I guess, a college student who A, wanted to get involved in the Asian Pacific Islander community, or B, was thinking about going to college, or going to community college or a four-year university? Is there any, I guess, motivation or wisdom you could give them if they're like on the fence of what they should do?
I want to tell them that they can always get help. Please do not think that you have to do it by yourself. A lot of people, they really want to see you succeed. But the mistake a lot of young people think is that, oh no, I didn't do well in this, or I flunked this. I should keep quiet, because they feel very ashamed that they are not able to achieve, because the model minority is that, Asian Americans can achieve. I want to tell them, no, you don't have to get A or A+, because that's not human, because that is the stereotypical view of Asian American youth. The real truth about our young people, they are very diverse. Some are smart, some are not that smart. Some are hardworking, some are just average in the effort. And for those that are average in the effort, I want to tell them that you should give it 100% in effort. If you have done your best, give it all. That's what we, as members of this community are asking for. Not that you have to be the most intelligent, no. But your efforts and your personality, character, is what makes this community and what makes you to be successful in the future.
Excellent. Anything else? Thank you so much. That's motivational. Makes me want to get out there and do something.
Okay.